Good morning and welcome to Cafe Diem with Tina Ann, the show where one positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. I don't know about you, but sometimes I find myself being judgmental. I've noticed this lately. It's snarky little thoughts. Can she really afford that new car? Or they always seem to have money to go out with the kids, but they never seem to contribute to group gifts. How about, I can't believe that they let those kids act that way. You send kind of snake eyes at see an overweight person eating a cheeseburger. We all do it. It's really an unfortunate part of life, isn't it? Judging others. Well, why do we judge? I started thinking about this the other day. Why do we judge? Some of it's because we need to feel better about ourselves. We need to feel superior. So if we can point out flaws in others or think about ways that our life is better than others, that makes us feel better. Sad as that kind of a statement is. Sometimes we see one quality of person and we paint everything about them with that one broad brush. So we make judgments about them because we know one tiny thing about them. We make judgments about their whole life. And that's because sometimes we're not really seeing that person, right? We're seeing that tiny little fraction of what we know about that person, but we're not necessarily seeing their situation, their experience, their choices. And sometimes we judge, it's saying something about ourselves. It's not saying something, when we judge someone, it really says more about us than about them. Maybe there's something about yourself you're not happy with, and you don't realize it, but when you see it in other people, you become a little judgmental. That's a little signal to yourself. Doot, 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 doot. Maybe I want to pay attention here. Because in life, the truth is we only get to be in charge of one person. Right? We don't get to control how others behave. We just get to be in charge of ourselves and how we act and how we react to those around us. So maybe you'd like to think about not being judgmental. So here's some tips on how to maybe change this habit. So the first thing is be aware. Observe yourself. See it happening if you become aware. I guarantee if you think about this today, you will find yourself one time today being judgmental. And that's a little, oh yes, here I'm doing it. So take note. Next, believe in yourself. You just got to compete with yourself. Our life, we're not here to compete with other people. We're each unique. We each have a unique path, a unique, again, set of experiences and choices. And so it's really unfair to compare how you might have handled a situation to how they might have handled a situation. So put yourselves in their shoes. Try to see things maybe from another point of view or maybe even understand that there's a point of view that you don't even understand. Stop gossiping. Here's the other clue is don't stand around and talk about people. That's where the judgmental pieces come in. Unless you're sharing great, happy news about people, don't do it. There's nothing to benefit of it, and it hurts you as much as it hurts the rest of us. Watch your language. Don't tell people how you should do this or you should do that. You can suggest. You can be open and be willing to listen with love. But it's not your choice to make decisions for them. So maybe you're not going to tell other people how to make decisions. So anyway, this is just some ideas for having a happier life, because when we're not judging others, when we're just operating out of a place of love and kindness and respect for everyone around us, when we see things, when people behave in ways we don't approve of or we wouldn't have chosen for ourselves, send a prayer to that person, love that person. Maybe they're struggling with something you don't understand. So let's try to be So the key is to be understanding versus judgmental. So I'd like to leave you with a quote from Marvin J. Ashton. It says, "If we could look into each other's hearts and understand the unique challenges each of us faces, I think we would treat each other more gently, with more love, patience, tolerance, and care." So remember, everybody has a hard path. Everybody's going through things that you can't see. Support each other, love each other, smile at people, offer encouragement, and I think you'll find the less judgmental we are, the happier we are as well. That's our show for today. Thanks for joining me at Cafe Diem with Tina Ann. Subscribe and like. Talk to you tomorrow.